If someone were to ask me, why is Bitcoin sitting at the absolute core of your portfolio? I actually wouldn't start with the ideology. I'd start more with pointing at the scoreboard. Because over the last 15, well, let's just give it 10 years even, Bitcoin has outperformed nearly every asset on the planet, maybe barring a few stocks if you were good enough to pick those. Gold, real estate, venture capital, all of it. And honestly, it's not even close. That's not like a belief of mine. That's actually just the price. That's the performance. That's the reality. At this point, it's hard to refute unless you just haven't really been paying attention. But it's not just about the performance. Bitcoin has earned its place in the modern portfolio because of what it actually is. And to me, it's the soundest monetary asset ever created. It's the best money. It's decentralized, trustless, permissionless network, not controlled by a government, not subject to inflation, and it's not dependent on a CEO or some committee. It allows for global peer-to-peer transfers instantly, cheap, 24/7. Not just Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, not during the banking hours or the holidays, always. And it's a fixed supply. It's a digitally native store of value that operates based on math, precision, and total independence. That alone makes it powerful enough to me. But what makes it urgent is the moment we're living through right now. We're watching all of the governments, sovereigns, institutional allocators basically capitulate to the thesis. The ETFs are live. Bitcoin treasury companies like Michael Saylor's strategy are holding billions worth of Bitcoin. Sovereign wealth funds are inching closer, including the United States of America with their newly stated Bitcoin strategic reserve. The volatility of the asset is compressing over time. Liquidity is rising. The narrative has shifted from some fringe speculative asset to something that you should foundationally be allocated to. It has crossed over the chasm and it's now marching up its adoption S-curve, which I believe we're still at the start of. It's more portable than gold, it's more secure, it's easier to audit, it's easier to store, it's divisible to the 8th decimal, and most importantly, it's scarce. So what is the gold market cap these days, which people compare it to? Right now, it's over 20 trillion. Bitcoin today, just over 2.5 trillion. So if I think, which I do, Bitcoin is an even better gold, which it is, then we're actually still looking at a 10x opportunity from here just to reach parity if gold didn't change. But here's the real kicker. Bitcoin's not just going to eat into gold. It will and already is taking share from all other assets. Bonds, which globally are offering negative real returns. Real estate, which lacks the portability, the divisiveness, and can even have inflated cap rates. Equities, which are increasingly synthetic and over-leveraged. Even stuff like art and watches and collectibles and paintings, they're scrambling to store value in hard assets as well. Bitcoin has become the apex, pristine asset of the modern era. It's liquid, it's borderless, programmable, and it's what every investor always wishes they kind of bought earlier, right? But remember, volatility is a feature, it's not a bug. And when volatility is part of your portfolio in an appropriate way, it can amplify your returns and help you outperform any normal return expectations. So, zooming out, when I look at the macro landscape, I try and reduce it to one question. Are we globally debasing the fiat currencies and increasing and supplying liquidity in a highly leveraged system? If yes, and it absolutely is yes, then Bitcoin continues to be the best performing solution in that world. Every time they try to shrink liquidity, the system cracks. Stocks fall, banks wobble, geopolitics flare up, and every single time the fix is, in a roundabout way, more liquidity, more intervention, more patchwork. Against that environment, Bitcoin isn't just an investment, it's actually an insurance. It's a lifeboat capital, if you will. To me personally, it's the new American dream. It's not to own a house anymore, but to own one Bitcoin. And once you realize that, you stop asking if you should hold it and just start asking, do I have enough of it? That's why Bitcoin is foundational to everything we talk about in this community. It's not a trade. It's not, well, it's kind of a hedge, but it's not really a hedge. It's the base layer of a new foundational financial operating system. One I want to build wealth on top of, not maneuver around it. Bitcoin's here to stay, and to me, it's still one of the greatest wealth generating opportunities in the modern era. Have an awesome day, guys.